Do you have what it takes to be successful in this space of business acquisitions, of buying businesses, established businesses, instead of starting a startup from scratch? This is what this video is going to be about, so make sure you stick with me until the end. Otherwise, you're going to waste a lot of time going into a space that is super difficult and it's just going to not be helpful for you. One of the biggest questions I'm getting from people is they want to get into the space of buying businesses. They want to do acquisitions. They want to grow their business by acquisitions, or they want to start from scratch and have their first business as a business that they bought. But they're not sure what they need to do or if they even have what it takes. They're not sure if they're young enough, old enough, have enough experience, have money or no, if they need some credentials. They don't know if they have what it takes. And today I want to share with you and kind of like talk about a few myths in this space for you to understand exactly what you need and to know exactly for you if you have what it takes in this space. So the first thing for you to understand that this is not a business growth plan. This is a personal growth plan. Everyone always look for the next business trick or the next business strategy. But the way you should look at it is that you need to grow yourself first. For me personally, I found out that the more I grow myself internally, the more I grow externally as well. Unless you grow yourself as a person, you won't deserve those results as owning yourself a multi-million-dollar business. People think they can go into this space and own a multi-million-dollar business within a week if they don't have anything to show for. They didn't do any work, they're not putting the time, they don't have the resources or are being resourceful. And unless you have those things, you can't expect yourself to get results that they are basically for someone who deserves those results. So only when you deserve those results, and you deserve those results when you're putting in the time and effort into the right strategy, and you're taking action and you're failing and you're getting basically feedback from people who've been there, done that. Only after you're doing that, you can go out there and be deserved of that. People are afraid to go into this space because they're saying, hey, I'm not good at this. They're like, you know what, I can't be successful at this because I'm not good at this. I never bought a business. And it's so stupid to hear that, because it's like, if you want to play golf, right? And you never played golf before, and you're just going to give up and say, hey, you know what, I'm not going to play golf because I'm not good at this. Obviously, you're not going to be good at this if you never did it before. You got to go out there, fail a lot of times, ideally have someone to look at you and adjust your actions and make sure that you're taking actions a little bit differently every time. After that, eventually you could say, hey, you know what, I'm actually not too bad at that. But when you start like anything, or you want to play the piano, if you never played the piano before, I don't care how talented are you, it's going to be super difficult for you to play really difficult songs in the piano. And if you're going to say to yourself, hey, I'm not good at this, obviously you're going to give up. You're not going to stick to it because you don't understand what is required from you to be successful at anything. Same with this space of buying businesses. If you're just going to say, hey, you know what, I'm not good at this, obviously you're not good at it if you never did it before. If you don't have the process and the learning, understanding of what to do, and you don't have someone to look at you, right? And tell you, hey, what you're doing is right or wrong, and can help you adjust your actions. It's all about you deciding, I just want to play the piano, right? It's like if you want to play basketball, you might want to get to the NBA, but at least at some point you can tell yourself, hey, I can play basketball, right? Maybe in this space you won't become Warren Buffett, but at some point, if you'll do the work, if you'll stay consistent, you could say, hey, this is what I'm doing, I'm buying businesses. Right? Some of you will get better results, some of you less. Some of you maybe are more talented, some of you are less. But in this space, this is what I love about this space of businesses. It's not about talent as much as it's just about being a good person and going out there and finding someone needs. It's the business owner needs and problems that you need to go out there and fix. And when you can do that, you can get results. And to do that, you don't need to be talented basketball players. Like, I don't think that you can be the best basketball player in the world if you don't have at least the physical ability to do that. But in business, you don't need any born natural traits, in my opinion. Even things like selling yourself, in my opinion, you can learn all those things. You don't need to be born like an amazing salesperson. You can learn those things. You can learn how to build rapport with business owners and how to position yourself with certainty, with brokers, with financial institutions, and with everyone you need in this space. You need to understand that you're not only as good as your first time. bringing me back to golf. It's like if you're going out there and play golf for your first time and just say, hey, you know what, this is the best I can do. But it's the first time you ever played. You think if you play second, third, 10th time, you're gonna be a little bit better? Probably yes. Same with business. Just continue to try it, do more and more and more, take more action, get more feedback, have the right process to follow, and you'll see you'll get yourself better results. You'll be better in the second, third, fourth, 10th time than the first one, obviously. People say it's not me. It's just not me, I can't do that. And it's not me equal they don't have patience. That's all it means. You don't have patience, you don't have the right system to follow, you don't have the right support and accountability around you, that's all. But to say about something, hey, this is not me, it's just you giving up, it's just you don't believing in yourself, which is another big problem in this space. In the end of the day, it's about you beating yourself every single day. A big reason that people are giving up is because they're comparing themselves to someone like Warren Buffett, for example, who is just been there, done that so many more times than them. You don't want to compare yourself to someone else. There's always going to be someone richer than you out there, unless you're going to be the richest person in the world, right? So never compare yourself to that person. Compare yourself to your version yesterday and think with yourself, am I better today than what I was yesterday? Did I learn more? Did I take more action? Did I get more feedback today? Did I fail my way forward? That's why I tell my clients all the time, fail yourself forward. Fail your way forward. Take imperfect action and be better today than you were yesterday, and only compare yourself to your version yesterday. You can't compare yourself to someone who's been there and done that for 10, 20 years sometimes. And don't do it for yourself, because again, you're going to be overwhelmed and you're just going to stop taking action. You need to understand that the only thing that's standing between you and your future you and your results is you. You're the only thing that's holding you back. It's you, it's your personal patterns many times, and too many thoughts that are going against you. Too many things that you say to yourself that are just holding you back from taking action. And you need to understand that it's going to take some time many times. Yes, I have clients who bought businesses within weeks. I have a client who just bought 3 businesses in the last 3 months. But never compare yourself to him, because I don't know what's your background. Maybe you don't have any experience. Maybe you never talked to a business owner before. Maybe you never looked at a P&L or a balance sheet before, and that's okay. Because even if it's going to take you a year or 2 or 5 to buy a business that you want, I think that it's better than starting a business from scratch. Because when you start from scratch to get to a point where your business is doing at least $1 million a year in revenues, it's going to take you many times years, if you're lucky, and you're not going to fail like 99% of startups out there. So you don't think it's worth it to get to a point where you're buying an established, successful business that's doing at least $1 million a year in sales? Most startups don't get there. So even if it's going to take you a while and you're going to learn in that period, it's not like you're not going to learn anything. You're going to learn in that period so much about successful, established businesses because you position yourself as a potential buyer of those businesses. And the seller of those businesses will share with you more than they share with anyone else in this space. So work on yourself and don't blame anyone else. Take full responsibility for your results. Where you are right now in life is 100% because your responsibility. And you might tell me, hey, that's not true, I born for this family or that family. That might be the case. Every one of us had different childhood experiences. But unless you're taking full responsibility for your failures, you won't be able to get and take full responsibility for your results. And you just won't get those results because you can't take responsibility for those things. And let me know in the comments below if you agree with me or not. Now, after we got all of this and you understand if you have what it takes, the biggest next question people are asking me is, hey, okay, so I understand what I need to have, right? I understand what it takes, but how do I grow geometric and exponentially? Which is exactly why I created this video for you. But first, subscribe to the channel if you didn't yet and like this video and let me know in the comments below what you think. But then go and learn from this video how to grow geometrically and exponentially, and I'll see you there in a bit.